everybody, and welcome to a loading screen of Frozenopolis. This is a brand new mod pack that I saw Gaming on Caffeine play. It's made by Bambala and Cryptic, and it looks really cool, so it's currently in beta, but we're gonna jump in it anyway and have some Frozen fun. The reason that I'm jumping in with the loading screen is because of this little icon on the top right. This is Climate Clemency. We have 20 minutes of free time of no damage being taken by the frost, because if you see the little icon that we have right over here, this is our temperature. Currently it's neutral, and if it goes blue, we're freezing. If it goes reddish, orangish, we're overheating. So let's get started before that runs out. We have to be on the lookout for fruit trees and wild crops for food. You can also make balls of snow to eat. The snow will keep on falling, and FT by Ultimine is in the pack, so we can do that. And this is just a checkmark task. Okay, cool. We get a snow cone of long ice resistance, okay, and toast sandwich and bee-bucks. Cool. Then we can go into our first quest line, so we're gonna just collect this, and we first need sticks. We get to punch leaves, right? There we go. Got some sticks. We can turn 16 sticks into some planks, and then turn those into a crafting table. The sticks we then turn into an ice chisel. And with the ice chisel, we have to go to some ice wherever we have some. We can then right click set ice to turn it into chipped ice. Oh, hello. Where did you spawn? Oh, is this a weapon? It's not a weapon. Whoa. Did I spawn into nighttime? Is it daytime? I don't know. I don't have a weapon. We might just die here. Punch the spider. Success. We did it. Okay, let's eat some toast. Before we were so rudely interrupted by the spider, we can right click the ice with this ice chisel, turns it into chipped ice. And we can then vein mine it. And we get ourselves some ice shards. We can then turn the ice shards into sharpened ice, and that will allow us to get our first tools. We can make ourselves a pickaxe, an axe, might as well make a shovel, and also a sword so we can actually fight mobs. And in this pack, we have a little bit of a different thing for chopping wood. You can see on the top right, 12 chops to chop this entire tree. Like so, and the entire tree falls down, and with it, a whole bunch of snow. But it's super easy to gather wood. And here we have a fruit tree, which is gonna get us some peaches, and hello, another spider. 2 spiders. They're just hiding in the snow. Stupid spider, go away. And zombies. Well, I don't know if it's nighttime or what. It's dangerous. Right, we gathered some peaches. I think there's more, but we're just gonna chop this entire tree because it's gonna get us some saplings that we can possibly use to make a fruit tree. I think we might just have to combine this with this, and then we get... Yeah, there we go. We can get a peach sapling, and then we can grow peaches, and we can use them for food. We can make fruit cake at some point, or just a fruit smoothie. That seems simple enough. This looks like a little hidey hole that we can go live into, so we're just gonna start digging down a little bit. We're gonna get ourselves a little staircase, and we're gonna dig a little bit of a hole. Before we do anything else, really, we're gonna get ourselves a campfire. We can place this down, and then we can get ourselves, I believe, a fire lighter, which we can then right click on the campfire, and this can be used to cook stuff. Even wood can be turned into charcoal, so we can get ourselves some torches, and we can actually see what we're doing. And there we go, we have a decent entrance to our hidey hole, where we can probably put in some stairs and get a little bit of a cozy place down in the stone layers. The next step is to toss some cobblestone on the campfire, and in the meantime, let's get a couple more campfires if we can. A couple more campfires, just so we have a little bit more smelting opportunity. And let's get just a bunch of stone going. We then need to grab our snowballs and turn the stone into calcite. The calcite can then be put on the campfire, and it turns into bone meal. Aha! We can then turn that into white dye. And the dye can be made with the bone meal into some floral fertilizer. Huzzah! And the next step is to get some mystical flowers, which we can get by just bone mealing some dirt with this floral fertilizer. So I just need a bigger room. Let me do like 5 minutes of digging or something and just get a little bit more space. We can now right click our floral fertilizer on the dirt and we get ourselves a bunch of flowers. And in the quests here, I think at some point we should get a floral pouch. So for the moment, these flowers are just going to sit in a chest. And we then need to make ourselves a bowl. And then we need to go get some bowls of ice. Oh, you craft it with ice shards. Well, while we're here, let's get some ice shards. I am freezing cold though. Ice shards, thank you. Time to leave. I'm gonna die. Let's run away back to the warm cave hole thingy. Haha. Warm me up, please. We just use it with the regular old ice and we get ourselves some bowls of ice. And I only got 3 because I don't have enough ice shards. And let's cook these up and we get ourselves some bowls of water. Awesome. We can then craft ourselves a petal apothecary, which we're gonna plop down right here. And that quest gets us a flower pouch. So what we can now do is we can just drop all these flowers on the floor. And they should all be picked up by the flower pouch. If we have some inventory. Or not. We can manually put them in. There we go. We then need to make, I think, some lime or some green petals. I think green might be the case. Nice. And anytime and every time you get the first flower from Botania, you toss the petals on the dirt, you see the little shimmering on the floor, you bone meal, and then you get yourself, out of 2 petals, well now you go automatically in here. I don't know why I didn't before. You get 8 petals, so it's easy to duplicate. So we need to grab 2 of those, toss them in here, and a piece of dirt, or does it just craft? No, plus dirt. Pasture seeds. Haha, we get grass. We can then bone meal for some grass. Wooden shears. We can then collect some grass. We can then also just break this with our hands and get ourselves some seeds because we need those to make ourselves some pure daisies. We can toss in another bowl of water. And I think it's 4 of these. Yep, plus a seed. Haha, pure daisy. You go here. If we then take some logs, which I only have 2 of, and some stone, and put it around the pure daisy, it's going to slowly but surely turn into living rock and living wood. There we go. We can actually vein mine this. Not the wood, apparently. And we complete some quests. We need to now go get a little bit more leafy stuff. We need to pick up some leaves from trees, turn them into vines, make some string, make a bed, make some armor. So I need to brave the outside. And hopefully it's not nighttime. It looks like it might be. I planted some saplings. I don't know if they will grow, but apparently not. So we are kind of cold. And let's go quickly find a tree. There isn't many around here. There's one way over there, but hopefully we don't die. I think the torches are gonna keep us warm at least a little bit. Alrighty, let's get this. Ooh, before we do that, vein mine. We can then chop the log. And apparently, when you break the leaves, ow, ow, ow. The logs can be just broken normally. All right. We have a little bit. I would want some more, but we are kind of freezing. I should have probably done that right off the bat. Okay. We're gonna leave the logs. Run away. And so long as I can still get back inside. Give me warmth. We turn the oak leaves into vines. And then we can also turn the oak leaves directly into armor. So we need to make a chest plate and a helmet and some booties. And leafy string is made with vines like this. And then it can be turned into wool. And we can turn the wool into a bed. The leather boots prevent us from sinking into the powdered snow, so we're gonna still keep those on. I made a bit more living rock and living wood, and we can make some mana pools, and then we can also make some living wood twigs, and if we take those and combine them with any 2 petals, we get ourselves a wand of the forest. And of course I didn't get the quest because I didn't put the twigs in my inventory, and I have to waste a bit more wood. That's fine. And now we need even more wood for a mana spreader, so I'm gonna have to go out again. The flower that we're gonna use to generate some mana is this guy. It's the Glaciiflora. It requires some light blue petals and some white petals. And this basically works. If it's cold around it, it's going to generate mana. And I think you just have it access to the snow falling from the top, since we have it falling all the time. And it will generate mana free of charge, pretty much. So let's make a couple of those. I have 2 more bowls of water left. And do I have any white petals anywhere? I should, yeah. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And it's actually 4 of these, and a seed, which we need a few more of, because we just have the one. Actually, we can do 2 of these chili pepper seeds, because it can be any seed, right? Yeah, there we go. Glaciiflora, nice. And we can then right-click with an empty hand to insert the last recipe, and then just toss this on. Cool. And if we give these guys access to snow like this, I think we should be able to see them generating mana. Well, they don't have a mana spreader, so we need to get a little bit more wood. Let's go do that real fast. I've gathered some more wood and I'm converting it into living wood, but in the meantime, let's get a bone block that we have to do in the quest here. And I think we put it on the campfire. Yeah, we put the bone block and turn it into bones. I don't know what this is necessary for. It doesn't say so far, but we get a couple bones, I guess. So you take 3 bone meal and you turn it into 6 bone meal, basically. I don't know what the bones are used for. We got our living wood now, and we can turn 2 of these into another twig. And we didn't make too many twigs because this requires 2 twigs for a mana spreader. And that should be the chapter completed. And what we can then do is put the spreader here, put the mana pool here, take our Wand of the Forest, we can shift right click it to the mana pool, and these should be connected to the mana spreader. Hold on, bind mode. There we go. And there we go. Now you are hooked, and you are currently producing mana. Awesome. The next flower that we need to make is an orchid, and it requires a coal, a red one, a white one, a pink one, a green one, and a black one, and a seed. Huzzah! We can place this next to the mana pool, and if we check with our Wand of the Forest, it is connected. So if we then place some blocks next to it, it's going to turn them into ores. But firstly, I want to obtain clay. And you do that by placing what next to the orchid? Probably says, made with the orchid from coarse dirt. Okay, so we need some gravel, which we have a little bit. And we can turn that and that into coarse dirt. And it has to be diagonally. There we go. And if we place this down, we have a little bit of clay. I can also cook these on the campfire, which is kind of nice. So then we're actually going to need to make ourselves a brick furnace, which is just 8 bricks. Okay. We can do that. We'll place you right in here. And we can then start smelting our clay so we can make ourselves a botany pot. We've made enough clay to get ourselves 1 botany pot, and we're also going to invest into 1 drawer. And specifically, I want this 2x2 drawer because it's going to allow us to store everything that the botany pot is going to produce. Let's put you down here, and we'll put in a little bit of dirt and then grab our oak sapling. And over time, this is going to produce us logs and sticks and saplings and also apples, which we're currently eating for food. Our second botany pot is going to have some wheat seeds, so it can produce us some wheat and some seeds. And over time, actually, I messed up. We have botany pots, right? We need hopping botany pots. We need to make some of these brick hoppers. I think they can be used with botany pots. Yeah, they can be. Okay, so I need a bit more clay. 2 brick hoppers combined with these botany pots will get us some hopping botany pots, and that will be fully automatic. Nice. The next things that we need to get is some frozen granite, frozen andesite, frozen diorite, and frozen deep slate. And I decided to dig a hole down here, and it happens to be right next to a cave. And we have some granite, we have some andesite, and some diorite. So I'm gonna collect a little bit of each, and we can start making some ores. I gathered a stack of andesite, a stack of granite, and a stack of diorite, which we can all turn into their frozen variants. And if we place each one of these next to the orchid, it turns into different ores. From the granite, we get some copper, some nickel, and some redstone. The diorite turns into iron ore and silver ore. Andesite becomes tin and lead. We can then smelt all of these ores into their corresponding variants, and I'm just currently using the charcoal chunks thingies. You get charcoal fragments. Yeah, these guys. They can smelt one item at a time, which is a better use for your charcoal than just putting one charcoal in and smelting one item. Blah, blah. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If we then smelt all of these ores, we get their corresponding variant, and I have checked on the wiki for vanilla Minecraft. You can place the iron down, right? And then we can break it with our pickaxe, and we will only get... Oh, it says we need an iron pickaxe for the iron. Why do you do that? Like, that's the weird thing. Iron ore is normally with an iron pickaxe, right? Or, sorry, with a stone pickaxe. But we could have smelted the ore, and I can't pick it up now because I don't have Silk Touch. Well, rip. At least we got the copper and the tin, though. And I know that the copper can be broken with stone pickaxe. And then you get a bunch of copper out of that, which we can then toss in here and get smelting. Tin, again, can be used with a stone pickaxe, but you only get one tin out of that. I think this iron thing is just a bug, because needing iron for mining iron is insanely annoying. But we now have copper ingots, and I'm gonna try one thing. Can I make a copper pickaxe? I can't because I can't reach my crafting table. Is it in here? There it is. I make this copper pickaxe? Is you work on this? Haha, it says okay. Huzzah, okay, I solved the issue. Nice. Super lag. Why am I super laggy? Anyhoozle, let's get some iron going as well so we can complete that quest. The next step is to make a resource generator, so we're gonna have to find a lava pool so we can make this, plus we're gonna have to make 2 buckets, one of which is here. Another thing that we can do with our copper ingots is upgrade the brick furnace into a brick blast furnace, which will smelt all of our ores much quicker. So we can potentially just take this out, wait for it to finish. And if we toss the copper in here, it smelts it much quicker. I disabled dynamic lighting and adjusted a couple other settings, so hopefully we should have a little bit of a better experience with playing the game. So we can actually continue with the pack. We're pretty much on chapter 1 and we're already having lag problems. What happens when we set up more stuff? So hopefully it will be better. To complete this chapter, we need to go find some deep slate, so we can combine it with the ice shards and make it frozen. So we're gonna grab our ladders that we have somewhere in here, and I think we can just dig down straight down here and hopefully we'll hit deep slate layers. We just have to go down to Y0 pretty much. And here we are at full deep slate layers, so we can just easily dig a little hole where we can find just a little bit of deep slate. I don't think I need too much. Gathering a stack of all the other ones was a little bit of a waste of time, so we might just grab like 16 deep slate and that should be plenty. We actually need a regular old deep slate, so we need to smelt this down. And we managed to get a bundle, probably off of a mob or something. So this can be used to store stuff. How does it work? You right click stuff, yeah. And then how you get it out? Okay, you shift right click to drop them out. I've never used a bundle in vanilla or any mod pack really. So the deep slate turns into frozen deep slate, and then we place it down and we get ourselves some coal and lapis as well. We can then mine the coal ore to get ourselves a little bit of coal, and that should complete this quest line. And I just picked up our blast brick furnace and we can complete this quest. Now it's a quest for lava. I'm pretty much sure we could potentially find it somewhere downstairs. We can just keep on expanding our staircase downwards. I found a lava pool way down below, and we're gonna firstly grab 2 water buckets so we can make an infinite water source way down there. And then if we jump down our ladder here, hopefully we'll not die. I die to lag. Well, that's a way to get down. Haha, we're here. That was fun. So we can go down here. Oh, we still have floatiness. But here we have some lava. It's precariously placed, but that's okay. And what we can do is set up an infinite water source somewhere here in the back. There we go. And I totally didn't bring wood for a crafting table. I thought I was gonna have to make 1 trip up. Well, apparently it's 2 trips. And to not die again, we're just gonna put a bit of water right down here, like so, and we should fall safely to not die from splatting on the floor. Yay, we didn't die. We have our crafting table, and now we can actually craft some of the resource generators. We'll put it right here. We'll grab a bucket of water, a bucket of lava, and then we can make ourselves the resource generator 2. There are 2 versions of these. We're also gonna craft the resource generator 1. We need full-on stone, which we don't have, but we can craft one up top. We'll bring a water bucket and a lava bucket with us. And the resource generator 1 can have a selection of all of the resources here that you can create. And you can, I think, just input the block that you wanted to make, and then it makes it. So we're gonna have this one for when we just need, I don't know, some dripstone or some colored stone to build with, or maybe some netherrack once we get it. And these resource generator 2s will set up permanently because they work to automate a single block, and they'll work indefinitely for it. You put a storage inventory below, like a drawer, the block above, and then you also have blocks for speed that can increase the amounts of blocks that you get in a certain amount of ticks. So by default, it takes, I think, 220 ticks, and then we can increase it to any one of these blocks once we get them to increase the speed. Now that we're back up at our base, we can craft the simple resource generator, or the resource generator 1 as it's called, and this guy works. We put in a cobblestone and it's gonna slowly but surely generate cobblestone. So it's kind of nice to have, but not really necessary. And these I have made 8 total, and let's put them over here. We need 4 for the moment, I think, and we need some drawers as well. We're gonna craft 4 regular oak drawers, which we can put right beneath here, and we can then take our frozen ores, the frozen deep slate, the frozen diorite, frozen andesite, and frozen granite. And those are all gonna be automagically produced in the resource generators. I believe these are also gonna be faster because they have stone right above them. I think that's one of the speed blocks. Yeah, over here, it increases it to 180 ticks per block. I added 4 more resource generators. One is making us regular old stone, one is making cobble, one is making calcite so we can have an infinite supply of bone meal, and one is making us ice. So if we need any more ice shards or anything, we can just use this one over here. And that is gonna have to do it for today's episode. If you enjoyed it, please make sure to smash the like button. You can subscribe to get notified of when new videos go live, and you can support me on Patreon as well if you want. And I will see you all in the next episode. Have a good one. Bye-bye.